Hello YouTube. If you are a regular supporter of the channel, you would have noticed that I had to take down the videos that shows the actual driving tests in various cities around South Florida. I was asked by the people that run the driver's education program in Tallahassee to take them down because I was reported by someone. Not really sure who reported me. Really didn't even understand. I really didn't know that it was not legal to put them up. They said I cannot show the exact route. You know, I can show what's on the videos. I can show the exact route of any DMV in any city. So as a result, I had to take them down. So I'm making this video to go over all of the basic things that they will ask you to do in the driving test. So this video could actually be any city in Florida, really, but especially South Florida. The video will cover everything that they'll ask you to do on the driving test. It's really pretty straightforward and pretty basic. So watch the video and, you know, don't stress really about the fact that it's not the exact route, because they'll ask you to make left turns and right turns, and you just do what they ask you to do. I mean, if you're doing the driving test, like I said, I would assume that you actually have some idea how to drive. So making a left here and making a right there, driving in a shopping center, should not really be so much of a problem. So it's mainly just learning the stuff that is on the test, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to watch the video, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to thank you guys one more time for supporting the channel, and like and subscribe. All right, so go ahead, watch this video, and hope it helps. This could be any city, any town, South Florida. We're just gonna go through the basic things that they ask you to do in the driving test. Okay, so the first thing that they will do, they'll ask you to do the signal left, signal right, press the brake, blow the horn. That's just to make sure that the lights are working in your car, the horn is working, brake lights, turn signal lights, horn. That's the first safety check to make sure that these things are working. Then they'll ask you, if you're parked face uphill, what direction do you turn the steering wheel? The answer is left, away from the curb. Okay? What else do? You put the car in park, you pull up your parking brake, you turn off the ignition. That is the question they'll ask. They might not ask in the beginning. They can ask that anytime during the test. Then they will come into the car. Make sure you put on your seatbelt, by the way. You go into the car, first thing you do, put on your seatbelt. Then they'll come in, they'll tell you basically to listen and follow instruction. Alright? So they're gonna say reverse and go left or right, depending on what DMV you're leaving from. You know, reverse, go left or right, doesn't matter, just follow instruction. In this case, I'm gonna reverse and go to the left. Alright? So put the car in reverse, and I'm going to reverse until my mirror gets to the end of the white lines. This mirror here gets to the end of the parking lot white line. So in about here, I'm going to turn all the way to the right, because I am reversing to the right in order to go to the left. Alright, so I'm gonna go, and next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, they're gonna make you park in between some cones. Again, it could be any city, any town. It's just the basic things that they go through in the driving test. Right? So we're going to park here. You're gonna come up until your mirror is lined up with this cone right here. Alright? And then you're going to turn all the way to the left, and you're going to roll into the parking space. You're going to straighten up when you get into the middle of the space and pull straight in. Okay, once you're in there, they're gonna ask you to reverse out of the space. So you're gonna Put the car in reverse and reverse until your mirror, the mirror here, is past the cone, the last cone at the end of the parking space. When you pass the cone, you're gonna turn right. In this case, I'm gonna go to the left, so I'm turning right. Then we're gonna go, I'm just gonna go to a stop sign. Again, this could be any parking lot, shopping center, wherever. You know, we're gonna make a right turn here, and then I'm gonna go to a stop sign. I'm gonna make a left turn. So you signal left. Make sure as soon as they tell you that you're making a left turn or right turn, you put on your turn signal, because that is automatically 4 negative points if you don't signal. So you pull out here, you look left, you look right, and then you proceed. We're gonna go and we're gonna do some of the other things that they'll have you do in the driving test. So I'm gonna go down here in this shopping center. I'm gonna do the 3-point turn. I'm gonna do a quick stop, and I'm gonna do the reversing that they expect you to do. So here I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna do the quick stop, which is we're gonna speed up to 20 miles per hour and do a sudden stop. That is one of the things that they will ask you to do. Alright, so here we go. Speed up 20 miles per hour and stop hard. Right, they want you to stop like it's an emergency. Okay, then they'll ask you to reverse. You're gonna reverse in a straight line, so you make sure the wheel is straight, make sure you stop straight, look behind you, and reverse in a straight line. Keep the wheel as straight as possible and go straight back. You're gonna go straight back until they ask you to stop. Okay, so you stop, then they're gonna tell you to do the 3-point turn. So you're gonna go close to the right side, 3-point turn. We're gonna signal left, turn all the way to the left, and you're gonna go and you're gonna stop before you go into the parking space. Put the car in reverse, turn all the way to the right, and again you're going to reverse and stop before you go into the parking space here. Put the car back in drive, signal left again, and turn all the way to the left. Okay, that is the 3-point turn. Those are all of the basic things that they'll ask you to do in the driving test. The rest of it is really just make a right here, make a left there, make sure you stop at all stop signs, make sure you signal every time they ask you to turn, and pretty much just follow instruction. Drive, you know, approximately 10 to 15 miles per hour. Yeah, the driving test is in a shopping center. 10 to 15 miles is the average driving speed in a shopping center. So, you know, you just make the necessary rights and lefts as they ask you to do them. Signal every time. If you don't signal, again, that is -4 points. You're allowed to get up to 30 negative points in the driving test and still pass the test. So don't stress if you are, you know, if you miss the signal, if you forget the signal 1 or 2 times, it's not something that you need to stress about, because you can pass the test with a lot of mistakes, right?